Total darkness will envelop parts of North America on April 8th. Some ancient cultures believed a solar eclipse was a sign from an angry god. Maybe? Don't know.
All kinds of things. Yeah.
Joined now by our resident spaceman, Eddie Whisler, director of the Bryan-Gooding Planetarium. I don't know. Let's hear your explanation. Eddie, what is causing this?
It's really easy to envision. You have the sun, which casts light, just shining starlight on the surface of the planet, half of it every day. And you put something like the moon in the way, it's going to cast a shadow. And if you are in the shadow that the moon casts, then you are in a solar eclipse. It's semi-rare, but also frequent. It depends on the time scale that we're talking about. But we have one in the United States. It is the last one until 2044. I think, one kind of touches on the United States, but then in 2045, one is coming to the back door of Jacksonville. Like we will be within an hour, maybe 2-hour drive of a total solar eclipse. But we have plenty of time. We could talk about that some other time.
We'll plan a road trip.
2045.
This time around, we're not going to get that kind of a look.
This time, you get yourself some safety glasses for eclipses, certified ones, easy to find online. Go to NASA. They have all the specifics on that. But you can get yourself a pair of safety glasses from our store. We have a few hundred of them, actually, but they'll be all around town. When you see them, whatever they are, $2, $5, $10, just grab a pair. You need one pair for you and your family because it's a prolonged thing. For us in Jacksonville, it's going to look like the moon is taking a bite out of the sun, and we'll lose 72% at its maximum. And its maximum is at 3:05. It's a 2.5-hour event that starts at like 1:45. It goes to 4:20. And there you go. At the max, 3:05. That's when you're going to see most of it. But we're not going to be in a place where like there's an event and a countdown.
It's going to look sort of like a crescent sun.
It'll look like a crescent sun, but nothing will change in your normal day if you were just outside with your glasses not on.
It won't look
shadows
dim,
will
dark.
look a little bit weird. You might notice a little bit of a dimming effect. And plus, your psychology tells you that these celestial bodies, these big masses are aligning in just this kind of way. So, you'll have the bedrock of somewhat of excitement, but, it's nothing like what the people in totality are going to experience.
Yeah, so who is in totality? What is the path of totality?
So it starts in Mexico. It makes its way up through Texas and straight up into Indianapolis. Indianapolis and Austin are really like two big cities that I know are in the path. My family is in Indianapolis, and my plan is to actually go and fly in.
Oh, fun.
And so this will be my first. And so anyways, going up through Indianapolis and western northeast United States and out through Canada. If you were in the path of totality for this particular eclipse, you have about 4.5 minutes of totality. The maximum when all things are in the right position and the moon is as big as it possibly can be, you could get up to 7.5 minutes.
Is it like fully dark, or do you see this kind of like ring around that keeps some light going?
Ring around. So safe, you could take your glasses should come off if you were in the path of totality, and you would see the atmosphere of the sun, you would see the planets, you'd see the stars. All horizons would look like a nice deep sunset. So really cool stuff. For us in Jacksonville, you want glasses, otherwise you see nothing, and pay attention to the shadows. Really, take pictures of the shadows underneath your tree in the front or at school or at work before anything starts. And then at 3:05, take pictures of the shadows again and analyze and compare and contrast.
It is weird. I remember in 2017, there was a partial solar eclipse wherever I was, and the shadows were really weird, but I can't remember exactly why.
I'm not going to tell you then. Now you got to look. You're going to conduct this little experiment for yourself
it was
in
neat.
a couple
I
weeks.
do remember that was very interesting, the shadows. So big important thing, though, about not looking. I mean, no matter who you see or know, looking at the sun, you really shouldn't look during this event.
Yeah, no, never. Everything about your eyes will scream to you. Stop doing what you're doing if you're looking at the eclipse. So just listen to those voices. You can injure yourself.
Yes. And I know that you said that they're available in a lot of places. There's actually an eyeglass place at Town Center, Warby Parker, that's going to be giving them out for free
Oh,
starting
cool.
April 1st.
Yep.
But you can also create kind of a pinhole thing to review it through. And I know that you can
Yeah.
download those some places online. And
Yeah, check out all those little things that are homemade DIYs are going to be the best thing that we could do here in Jacksonville, because not much is going to change about your day, but having glasses, making pinholes, going outside, paying attention to shadows. If you have young ones, or even for yourself, doing experiments like that, take pictures of the shadows under that same tree at the different times and see how it changes.
Eddie Whisler, I hope you have a great trip to Indianapolis. You'll have to come
Yeah.
back and let us know how it was.
And come see us on the 5th and the 6th in the planetarium. We're going to go in deep with eclipses and we'll melt your mind.
Terrific. Well, it's always good to have you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.